Hello there, it's Sandy and I'm at the Babylock Solaris. I'm working on another item for machine embroidery, and you can see it on your screen. This item is called Hummingbird and Peony, and I bought it from Embroidery Library. I will tell you about the design as it stitches out, but I still have, let's see here, I still have quite a few thread color changes, so I think I'll tell you now about the design. Overall, there's 39 thread color changes, and I'm on number 25. The whole stitch out takes 120 minutes, so that's about, to me, that's like 3 hours if you add in every thread color change and hooping. And so I stitched out the flower part, and now it's stitching out the hummingbird part. And I thought that part would be fun to share. It's got just under 73,000 stitches, so quite a few stitches. And this is what it looks like. You can see it. And if you stick around to the end, I'll pull it out of the hoop and show you what it looks like. So here we go. It's getting kind of late again. So it's pajama time. You know, sometimes you just got to do that when you've got long projects. And again, this is called Hummingbird and Peony. It's from Embroidery Library. Stitches about just under 72,000. 39 thread color changes, but 21 colors are used. So I need to change the thread color again. And it's going to have a really pretty fuchsia. I'm trying to think what this is. Oh, that's like just under the bird's chin or head. This is a 9.5 by 9.5 dime magnetic hoop. Dime is designs in machine embroidery. And because there was, just under 73,000 stitches, I went with a medium weight cutaway on the back, and I hooped it. Used 505 spray. This is t-shirt. It's that t-shirt dress that I am embroidering on by Time and True, I think it is. I thought it would be a fun add to my wardrobe. And let's see what else. On the top, there's a water-soluble stabilizer once again. I'm having no puckering or pulling, knock wood, even given the number of stitches, so I'm liking the stabilizer that I'm using. And these things are what I'm using to hold it back. Since it's a larger dress, I bought it really oversized because I didn't know, with this being cotton, how much it would shrink. So I thought I better just do that, play it safe. And of course, I'll always turn it inside out when I wash it to protect the machine embroidery as much as I can. Okay, now this is the shading for the hummingbird. See if I can get you in any closer. I'm happy with the colors I picked out. I did go ahead and program those colors into the machine because it was different than what the machine picked, as usual. Now I think I'm done with these colors. I can put those two away. I like to keep organized when I'm doing this because with the 21 colors, that can get to be a pain, you know, working around your sewing machine or an embroidery machine, and it'll keep knocking them off the table and everything. So this is a pretty, it's like a teal, a light. I'm sorry if my arm is crossing over in front, but there's no other way for me to do this unless I move you back farther. And that's no fun. Well, I love hummingbirds. And so this has been really fun for me to stitch out. And while I was waiting for the long parts of this to stitch out, I was starting to cut out one little wallet that I want to make in the hoop, and then the bag. And I got them pretty much all cut out while I was just across the other side of the table. Machine embroidery, to me, the hardest parts of machine embroidery are picking out the thread colors so that you make sure you're going to like what you've embroidered when you're done after, in this case, 3 hours. And getting it stabilized right. You know, it all depends on the type of fabric you're using. The number of stitches, to me, is really a big thing to consider. How much stretch is in the fabric. You know, really you have to consider the fabric, the number of stitches, all of that stuff. And having patience to do the thread color changes. In this case, since I had 21 thread color changes, I ended up, after I saw that I was pretty much done with the first set after doing the flowers and the leaves, I went ahead and I just took those 10 off the rack and just started piling up the next 10. And then all the extras I just got, you know, off to the side. In this case, there was just one extra that I'm using in the little bay on top of the machine. So this one worked out perfect. I've done other things where it's like many red color changes, and then I actually like maybe 50. In that case, I might line them up in a box or something like that. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you. Well, the design is like 7.65 by 7.80. So I could have gone with my 8x8 regular plastic hoop, but I didn't want to get I didn't want to get the hoop burns on it, but you know I can use a microfiber towel and a little bit of water. Usually I can get those burns out. I just thought this would be easier to hoop. So I went ahead and used the magnetic hoop. And I was starting to tell you that these are, I don't want to take them off. I don't think I have another one available. They're like these, they're straight when you first buy them, and then they snap around. And they're really made for, after you open your stabilizer roll, you put these around them, and it helps hold the stabilizer in place so it's not flapping in the wind. And so that's what that's about. And these are helping with this one because this is a larger size dress. I can get away with using those. So I'm going to switch to the next one. It's number 293. There it is. It's just a little bit darker teal kind of shade. I always pull my thread from the needle. I cut it up top, and I pull it from the needle through to get the thread out, because I do not want to have to take my machine to get fixed because I've done it the wrong way. And the next one is like a dark, calls it a dark sage because it's using it for shading. So I'm getting that one ready. I don't know if I can pull you over here to see this other side without knocking over my... I think you can see it pretty much. Maybe if I did that, I won't be in your way when I'm changing threads. We'll see. Might have to go up a little bit. Each one is very short stitch out. It's just doing a lot of shading on the hummingbird. I always liked Embroidery Library's designs. This one is not like one of the ones, a lot of times I buy designs from Embroidery Library or Urban Threads, and they're like, you use actually the color of the t-shirt behind the design. It's kind of a see-through design, and this one's not like that. It's all full-fledged embroidery. So I like that. I know you use more thread that way, but I really like this design. They did a great job. Yeah, let's see what this one's saying. It's doing more shading. And then we'll move to a super white for the eye and the wing. I used, you see that blue marker? That's one that I will use water to remove after I'm done. And the purple is actually one that will disappear, you know, in I think 24 to 72 hours is what I read on the package. And when I first pulled this out to start working on it, it was the purple was still there, and it's disappearing at the top here. Very top. I don't know if you can see that. It's doing a really nice job shading. Okay. Now this is the white. Super white. My threads are Floriani thread. So I'm using, to me it's super white. It's number 850. And then it looks like it's a couple different kinds of grays and a dark gray, and then go back to the end. These shades, looks like we'll have to put those back in. I will have to put them back in because I'm going to use them again. I thought we were done with those. That's okay. I'll just put them back up. I don't like to waste time, so while it's stitching, I'm usually doing something. Like I said, I got one bag and one small wallet cut out. I will show you the bag that I just cut out is another version of this bag. It's got a long handle and a wrist strap. And I've been meaning to do it for a long time, and I finally got it cut out. That's in the pile to be worked on. Yeah. The next couple shades, 4 shades will each shade that wing. And then the last one is shading though. It's all shading the wing. Okay. Done with the super white. Now I'm going to switch it to 484, which is one of the grays. Well, I had a nice 4th of July. Went fast, always does. A little bit more white than usual. How was your 4th? Did you celebrate the 4th? Anyway, we had a nice time. And then it rained so much today. Which is okay because we need the rain. Okay, the next gray. So they're all pretty fast stitch outs. Make sure I grab the right one. Yep. I like to hang on to both ends when I'm doing my threading to make sure it gets into the tension disc. This is a short one. Sure, it's only a minute. I think this next one, it must be the one where it's stitching out its long beak. next one is right here in the bay. Okay. Oh wait, do I have the right one? 1 second. Oh yeah, I've got it. I've got it correct. I want to make sure I grab the right obsidian, or what I consider obsidian. 416. 436. Okay, yep. They look the same to me, some of these grays. .416 is the one I consider obsidian. Yeah, because that's the one that's doing like an outline on the wing. Anybody out there doing embroidery? Machine embroidery? Well, while I think of it, because I always forget, if you like these videos, give them a like, share with a friend. I think I'm almost up to 500 people. So if you have any friends that have Babylock machines, embroidery machines, they might enjoy watching. Find this helpful. If you don't feel like making a comment, then just give the video a like. Yep, stitch in the beak. And his foot. Cool. 3 more colors? 4 more colors. Okay. We're on the countdown. These are only 1 minute each. Oh, uh-oh. Bobbin's almost empty. So I'm going to use this little button, which will do the lock stitch. I put a new one in before I started. Now I have to be really careful. I'm just going to stand it up on its side. It's Sorry for the interruption, but it's always really right on when it tells me about the bobbin almost being empty. I'm going to try and use up this bobbin because I know I'm near the end. I've been using those Filtech bobbins, and I was just using some that I bought a while ago. That were, I think I got them online on Amazon or something, and you know, sometimes I can hear them rattling, so I stopped using those, and I started using Filtech, and I'm just double checking nothing's caught underneath there. Get that out of the way, and the arm is down. Press OK. I'll do that lock stitch. There we go. Okay. Huh. Oh, I see. It's going to shade all that in because I don't even see that. There's white on the top of that wing, that part of the wing that's making now. First I thought, oh, that looks funny. You got to trust the process. I'm flipping the thread at the top, pulling it through at the bottom, and then putting in another one. Sorry about the arm. I'm trying to stay out of the way, but it's kind of hard when I'm doing the work. Okay. 2 more thread colors. Clip at the top, take the thread off, pull from the bottom, next color. Whoopsie, I got these long nails that I put on press-on nails for the 4th of July, and I just cannot get used to having, they're even just medium length. To me, that's just a hair long, and I usually even file those down a little bit. And I gotta clip this thread. Here we go. One more color after this one. I'm able to take it out of the hoop. Yes. And the last one is the white for the top of the wing. I'm trying to remember what size needle I'm using. I think I ended up using a 12. Okay, it says it's done. I got one little clippy thing here to do. And I'm going to move it back. Take these off. See, this is what these look like. And you're supposed to use it on bobbins, but I don't really care for those. And this is what these look like. See, I've got usually use it for fusible tearaway, and I like to use them for hooping. And I got that tip from my local sewing center, the Sewing Source in Lake Villa. their link to their website is in my description. So here is, let me see if I can get the light just right. So there you go. I'll take this off because it's done. And I'll just use water to get rid of whatever is left. But usually with a design like this, you can just pull it out, except for like in between these leaves. Sometimes it's a little hard, so I might have to spray that one. But there it is. Gonna be very fun to wear. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give the video a like and share with a friend. If you feel like making a comment, do so. But thanks for watching.